So hello guys, welcome to a brand new video, and in this video we're going to be taking care of the corsair and getting it ready for primering and getting it all smoothed out in that primering process. So we'll start with getting everything trimmed, and yeah, so let's get that done now. So I'll just literally get every single surface on this aircraft trimmed off the fiberglass, and I'll see you when I'm finished with that. So let's do that now. So I got everything trimmed now, and definitely loads of work and loads of mess. Number one thing, always wear a hoodie or a pullover, keep your hair covered, and take a shower right after dealing with fiberglass, because my whole body already is itching and it's terrible. Everything got in the back of my hoodie everywhere, and it's just a terrible pain. You don't want to have it in your bed. So right after I'm recording this and I do the next step, which is going to be the last step for today, and then I'm going to be working on the yak because I have to, and I'm going to go right away into the shower because this is terrible, the itching and everything. But yeah, got everything trimmed, did it with my carpet knife, with my and literally just went ahead and just like trimmed it like this off, and it just comes off usually. And for the air bubbles, when air bubbles form, here were two big ones. I don't think if you can see it properly, but they're two massive holes. What I do is I do a cut vertically and horizontally, get my knife in that vertical cut, insert it, and just kind of like a razor saw get the bubble off. And what we're going to be doing here is this thing will get sanded down with fiberglass putty, will get filled. You can of course avoid these by taking more time while fiberglassing. I don't know why I rushed it and got the bubbles, but I rushed it too much. So what we're going to go ahead and do now, next step, is areas like here, for example, where there isn't enough epoxy put on, or let's say on the fuselage you can really see better. Okay, or like this here, the holes here, the gun holes are inaccurate. They have to get refilled and then redone up. So stuff like that we're going to do now, just fill that. Or where this came up on the edges here, we have to put epoxy under. On this edge it didn't happen, and just re-glue the fiberglass. And I'll just show you the fuselage so you know what I'm talking about. So basically next step is on the fuselage here. This didn't quite hold, so we're going to put a lot of epoxy under it and then just glue it down, and we'll let it dry for about an hour before we come and touch it again. I'm going to touch it in 24 hours tomorrow because I do have the time, and I definitely have enough fiberglass on me for today. So yeah, I'm going to continue with this tomorrow, and I'm still going to do the filling here today. So what I'm going to do is take a marker and just simply mark the spots where I have to do some filling with the epoxy, and yeah, and then fill with epoxy, and yeah, so let's do that now. got all of the things glued I had to get glued, and also my lights are finally working, so with nice studio quality lights now, and I'll always have a nice lighting also in the evening. I won't have the light in the back there, that thing, I hope it hasn't burned a hole into the covering of the katana yet, because it was running so long of the nights and everything. And yeah, and also other small announcement is a subscriber also commented this, and he commented, when are there flying videos? He wants more flying videos. So in summer we are going to be posting every Monday one flying video, and of course on Fridays also flight review videos, and on Mondays there will only be weekend flights, so will literally be probably like 40-50 minute long video of us flying on the weekend. It will probably not be every single flight, but we'll try to capture every single flight, at least of Saturday, and I think Sunday I'll fly without filming because I just want to have fun, but on Saturday we'll film only filming on that day. So yeah, and also events will be Friday videos, and yeah, that's that. So let's continue with the corsair. So the corsair now, take the clamps off, everything that had to be glued is glued, and next big step that we're going to do is a step I'm not rather too excited about, but it is sanding. We have to get everything sanded out smooth. I know we're not gonna get 100% smooth, and then what we didn't manage to get done, we have to fill up with fiberglass putty again. So everything that's standing out we have to sand off, and everything that's in we have to put fiberglass putty over it. So yeah, I hope I can get the sanding done today. And yeah, with that said, let's get on with sanding now. So let's do this now. So guys, I'm finished with the sanding on the corsair, and first things, always wear protection, always wear gloves, and you should wear a mask because they're thin fiberglass particles. You don't want that stuff in your lung, and try to do it outside. I'm going to do the rest outside, the aileron surfaces and that, but otherwise it's now sanded, and this material is so great to sanding. All the two fiberglass pieces joined up here, and there's zero seam line like this. The plane looks like it literally just came out of the mold fresh. Like, it looks amazing. It looks like it literally just came out of the mold, and is a nice fiberglass fuselage. Also on the bottom, everything sanded out nicely. All I have to do now before this thing is finished for priming is get everything marked where I have to fill with fiberglass putty. With a pen, I'm gonna mark it, make a circle around it, then put fiberglass putty around it, and then we're gonna sand that off tomorrow, and then the thing is basically finished for fiberglassing. So yeah, with that said, let's go. I meant for primary. So with that said, let's go ahead and do that now. So guys, I've gotten the polyester filler on. It didn't record for some reason. That's why I'm recording this now, the same evening. So I got the polyester filler in on every leading edge, the holes I had to get it in, here, 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 and on the leading edge there. Here I've gotten the canopy. Then on the bottom side of the fuselage I did it. And on this one elevator, sorry, I had to do a lot. Because this I didn't put enough epoxy on fiberglass, so the fiberglass is all, the weaves stick out and everything, and it's not properly cured. And this one worked well. And up here, down there, and I did a few on the side. And what I used was this here. It's 2K polyester putty, and it's the mixing ratio is 2 to 4% of hardener. So if you have 100%, it's pretty easy to do the maths. So it would just be whatever amount, how much grams you have of the putty times 0.04. In that case, you want to do the 4%, and then that's how much hardener you want to put in. But the hardener with 4%, it dries in 6 minutes. It starts to cure, and that's way too fast. Then I tried with the 2%, was around 30 minutes, which also was a bit too fast for me. Now I put 1% in, and it's right now after around 2 hours starting to cure up. So that's what I would really, if you're using this product, 1% is more than enough, and you'll last longer. And one thing, maybe also don't do this in your room, because it stinks a lot. And also the sanding with this machine, I'm never ever doing in my room ever again, because it sucks in all of the dust and lets it out again in the room, and it's bad for the turbines, it's bad for your lung, it's bad for literally everything that's in the room. The PC back there, the EDF in there, the turbines there, the servos, it gets into everything. So do it outside or in the shed like I've upstairs. I'm gonna do the parts down there up in the shed either tomorrow or still today, depending on how I feel, because this was quite a bit of work now, getting all of this done up. And yeah, so I'll see you when I finished sanding down all of the putty there, and finished sanding these and the putty off of these. So see you when I'm finished with that. So guys, at the end of this video now, I'm gonna apologize for this video coming one day late, but that's because I messed up on one wing. So basically what I did is I didn't put enough hardener into the mixture, and what basically then happened on this wing is the putty got all rubbery, and basically as soon as you try to sand it, it will curl up and everything. And it was a nightmare to sand down. I tried my best. It's flat, but because everything curled up, it's really uneven. I think you can see this. It's really terrible. And back here too, but I mean it's flat now. The whole surface is flat, but it has like potholes because it was rubbery on that wing. So that wing has kind of potholes. So yeah, that's terrible, but otherwise everything sanded up beautifully, and I'm really happy with how this came out. Everything still fits together beautifully, and yeah, so next video this thing will get primered. course, in between this video and next video with the Corsair, there will be the Yak video. I'll tease it for you. It's we're cutting out the scale vents and actuating them on the fuselage. So that's I have to get done today and tomorrow, cause now it's the weekend. I want to get this video done in 2 days. It won't be that hard. I'm pretty sure if I just work rest of today and tomorrow, I'll get it done. Probably will take the full 48 hours for it, but I want to get it done because I want to have 2 weeks time to get the Corsair done, so done primed. So yeah, with that said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Please hit the subscribe button. It would really help me out. I want to really try to maybe get to 100 or 500 subs at the end of this year, so I can monetize the channel and earn a bit of money off it. So it would really help me out if you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you can follow the Corsair. It really is coming together fast now, and we'll have this thing done hopefully in about 2 months. This thing will be fully out at the field, maiden flight, fully scaled, detailed. We might still do some work on the cockpit because it isn't as scaled as I would like it to be. Of course, I can't do a lot more on the side panels without a 3D printer or anything, but we might get a 3D printer. I spoke with my father, and he said he would buy me one if I'd concentrate on the CAD software and everything. So we might get a 3D printer. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome. And there will be a pilot with moving head in this plane, and we'll have a random motion sequencer from the rcgeek.com, from his website. I love the sequencers. They're just random motion that the head moves randomly, and the pilot will probably come from RC Warbird Pilot, something like that it's called. They are supposed to be very good. We'll see that, but yeah. So with that said, this thing is ready for primer. I'm really happy we've come this far. It took me around, I'm pretty sure, I'm not quite sure, I think 3 months. I'll see what the first video was, and then I'll put it in after this clip. And yeah, I'm really happy the way it came out. And one thing I wanted to go over is which sanding papers I used. So I used the toughest one I used was 40 grit sandpaper. These are for the machines, and the 40 and 80 grit I used with the sanding stick, and that was for really the rough parts, And then my main choice to go was the 120 sanding paper. I did the most work with that. And then to smoothen everything out, I used a 180 and 240. And sometimes in between of 80 and 40, I used the 60 grit. But yeah, those are the sanding papers I used, and that worked really well. And I just found that sanding with the hand, I can do it a lot more precise and smoother than with the machine, so I ended up doing it with the hand anyways. And yeah, so with that said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It will help me out huge. It would be huge for me if you hit that subscribe button, as I said before. And then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified when I post new videos on the Yak and on the Corsair, and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.